The doors to the Viridian Tea House are open once more. Hello everyone and happy Friday. So I hope that you've got a lot of things planned for this weekend. I know I do. I won't be going to 5 Points Jazz Fest on Saturday like I had initially thought, but if you go, I hope you have a blast. It's always a lot of fun. However, I will be a vendor at the Wheat Ridge Farmers Market. The hours are 1:30 to 4:30 at Wheat Ridge, Colorado at the Coop and Butcher Shop. So come on by if you don't have anything to do and enjoy a really cool farmer's market. And then this Sunday, I will be back in Golden for the Outpost Country Market. That's every Sunday. And the hours are from 9 to 2. The address is 17695 South Golden Road. So if I don't catch you at the Wheat Ridge Farmers Market from 1:30 to 4:30 on Saturday, maybe I'll see you at the Outpost Country Market in Golden from 9 to 2. Let's see, is there any other news that I have? Oh yes, I want to give a special shout out to the Growing Out West Farmers Market in Evergreen. So yesterday was our first day and it was a little bit light in traffic, but I thought it was a really great market and I cannot wait to go back next Thursday. Evergreen is such a cool mountain town and I really had a lot of fun driving there. I've never really driven in the mountains by myself, but it was quite a nice road trip and the people there are really friendly and listening to all the jam band music. It was just a lot of fun. So that's going to be every Thursday from 9 to 2 at Cactus Jack's in Evergreen, Colorado. So many thanks, y'all. Y'all were fantastic. All right, so let's get to the books. And let me just say that both books do receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. I truly, truly enjoyed both books. And I'm trying to figure out which one I want to start with. So I think I'm going to start with, yeah, I think I will. So I'm a sucker for color. I adore color. And even though I am an elder goth and I love my black, I really love my black a lot. I also love colors. I love to be almost blinded by yellows and pinks and greens and blues and indigos and purples and you name it. And when I heard about this particular book, I thought, please let our library system have it, and they did. And this is The Pigment Trail by Debra Luker. This is a gem. If you are an artist, if you're creative, if you just like to absorb color, The Pigment Trail is your book. Let me read the back of it for you. Artist Debra Luker fell in love with India, her personal artistic inspiration. This book is a visual adventure that transports the reader to India's creative spirit. Each spread, created by Luker from her travels, provides inspiration from visuals, words, and thoughts. Layered colors and surfaces, quirky sketches, signs, and graffiti, and unique and artistic items like beautiful decorative arts, spectacular architecture and furniture, or random colorful saris seen in the streets of Rajasthan. On each page, Luker pieces together layers of drawings, designs, and snippets of text she's captured in India to create a blend of intriguing and slightly magical creative power to inspire your next idea and allow you to feel that you're personally breathing in the rich, artistic collage that is India's daily life in color. Celebrate the India of everything handmade and its respect for traditional crafts. When life feels dull, these pages will reawaken your creative eyes. And that's really true. If ever you have a down moment, if you can find a copy of this book and just spend maybe an hour or two just going through the pages, savoring all the color, savoring her creative journey through India, you will feel somewhat better. You really will. And I reached out to Debra regarding the book and I told her how much I loved it and that I was going to review it. And she wanted me to show some pages that really kind of resonated with me. So here we go. So first, this is the introduction. India is the country that captured my heart. She is the subject of these pages. From the moment I set foot in India, an endless flow of inspiration filled my sketchbooks and my life. It was thrilling, life-changing, and addictive. With so much vibrancy, too much to absorb, I had to keep returning. I traveled across Rajasthan with my sketchbooks, covering my white pages with the brilliance of India. It offered me a way to explore, record, and experiment with ideas. I collected treasures from the bazaars, collaging books full of Hindi script and colored papers to create an essence of the place. I found no white. I found artists everywhere, fascinated like me with just creating. Beautiful work, hand-painted, hand-dyed, often faded, and always poetic. How could I capture all that I saw? Throughout the making of this book, it has been the creative people of India that have made my heart beat a little faster. The processes, the traditions, and the incredible artisan skills. Everything is handmade, and that makes it precious and entirely unique. This is a tribute to the joy and inspiration that India has given me. I love this introduction. This is a celebration of color, light, people, and places. Starting with just a sketchbook and a camera, I have created a unique portrait of a country seen through the eyes of an artist, me. Every page of this book is an adventure I invite you to join, an exotic journey full of magic and wonder. If life feels gray and dull, then this is your answer. If you really are looking for inspiration, look a little harder, walk around the corner, open new doors, talk to someone new. Take yourself out of your comfort zone and explore. There is always so much more than the obvious. Beauty, innovation, and human expression are everywhere. And this is what the introduction page looks like. So you be prepared. This is an explosion of color in this book. And some other pages that I found inspiring for my own creativity. So I'm partial towards blues and greens. They're very calming, very soothing, reminds me of water. And this page with all the sample colors, I had to mark it. This is absolutely beautiful. Some of my favorite colors on here: graffiti, butterfly pea flower, dancing Shiva, peacock feathers, parakeet. Let's see, what was another one that I liked? Mandala and glass lantern. I really like glass lantern, but yeah, and just show that again. Look at all of that color. Such beauty. And then another page that I enjoyed. So I'm also a big fan of indigo, especially the process and the dyeing and how it goes from a plant to the beautiful, beautiful rich color. And she says on here, I was drawn to indigo out of curiosity. What was this seemingly bubbling purple liquid I so often saw in deep vats in the ground? Seeing the magic that happened through the cloth and in the studios was extraordinary. Meters of cotton in a myriad of designs floating from housetops and lying on the sand to dry. There is no other dye that produces so many variants and such intense color. Indigo Ferra tinctona, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not wearing my glasses. Indigo tinctoria, is a species of perennial plant used in India for indigo dyeing. There are many plants around the world that contain the indigo dye molecule, but dyers work with just enough notable ones whose leaves contain enough blue to warrant the time-intensive process to extract the dye. The extraction process from plant to lime-pressed rock cakes takes up to 3 weeks, leaving rich, dark, intense blue-violet. It is extremely beautiful. I love to sit and sketch the village, the houses, the tangles of electrical wires, ladies sweeping, cows wandering, eating chapati, and the hard-working blue-stained artisans, shyly curious. And this is the picture. If you like indigo as much as I do, you will fall in love with these pictures and the colors. So more. Oh, this one. Yellow is for the beginning of spring, blessing us with the presence of a gentle color palette after winter. It blesses us with the onset of the season. The appearance of the first mustard flowers is initiated with the festival Basant Panchami, the celebration of the first crops when the goddess Saraswati is worshipped. The striking yellow sari floating against a gentle lilac wall, engraved with soft touches of rich turmeric powder, is a remarkable sight. Yellow is optimism and hope. Yellow is the growth of the marigolds and the subtle arising of light to open the curtains of a new day. Get your fill of yellow right here. Absolutely stunning. Just stunning. Let's see. And some of these pages are from her sketchbook, so I like the fact that you can see the rings of the sketchbook. This one means a lot to me because this deals with Ganesha. And I'm not going to read the little part to it, but I actually have a little statue of Ganesha that's behind me. And I don't know, I always feel a sense of calm every time I see the statue. So this is a lovely tribute to Ganesha. Love, 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 love this. And then, what's another one? Yeah, for some reason, I remember staring at these 2 pages for quite some time when I looked through this book, and I thought, I don't know what it is about these photographs that draw me, but I just love, I love it. I love the aesthetic. I love it. And this is actually a chai cup. I don't know why, but it just says something to me. And another, oh yeah. She says, a striking piece of work, a resist block print silk scarf lies on this table. I can only imagine the skill involved in producing this. And you can see, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Truly, truly gorgeous. And then, now for some reason, this picture on the right, this photograph, I stared at this for the longest time, and me being a writer, of course, I look at photographs and I immediately start coming up with a story, but I just remember wondering, you know, whose house is this, and who's this person, and was it always this color, or did they change it? Was there a reason behind it, or is the person deceased, or how many people used to walk through this room, and all sorts of questions like that. But I really, really enjoyed that particular photo. And this one, another splash of color here. Check that out. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then finally, this part. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I just want to touch and just see if maybe the colors will rub off on my fingers. I really do. This is such a treasure to read, and I'm so glad that Denver Public Library had a copy of it. And I'm so glad that I was able to reach out to Debra Luker about the book. It is absolutely stunning. So that's just a small sample of the Pigment Trail, but you owe it to yourself. If you enjoy color, you owe it to yourself to find a copy of this book and just buy it and make it a part of your personal library. So many thanks about the Pigment Trail. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I mean, actually, I was going to show off some of my colors. So this is a lovely scarf that I received many, many years ago from a pen pal that I had in Finland. And she and I wrote back and forth for many years, and she gave me this. And I was so touched in receiving this, but look at the colors. I don't think she dyed this herself. She might have, I'm not sure, but absolutely just beautiful and very, very soft, very fae-like, otherworld. And then this was given to me by one of my best friends in Minnesota. Speaking of color, so this is a sari, and I'm not going to unravel it, and my apologies for having it bunched up like this, but Look at the color in this. I actually pulled this out before recording, and I thought, my God, this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. So this is my contribution to the Pigment Trail. So I hope you guys enjoyed these two pieces. But yeah, let's see, actually, you can see some of the blue and the purple, and then the trim. Oh, whoops, this is a better viewing of it. There you go. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that lovely? Oh, I'm so glad that I have a piece as beautiful as that. So going from India to the American South is my second book for review, and this is The Heiress by Rachel Hawkins. This book is so Southern Gothic, and speaking as someone who was born and raised in the South, I love Southern Gothic. I can't get enough of it. And this book just more than whet my appetite for all things Southern Gothic. So let me read the dust jacket for you. Deception leaves a killer legacy. When Ruby McTavish Callahan Woodward Miller Kenmore dies, she's not only North Carolina's richest woman, she's also its most notorious. The victim of a famous kidnapping as a child and a widow 4 times over, Ruby ruled the tiny town of Tavistock from Ashby House, her family's estate high in the Blue Ridge Mountains. But in the aftermath of her death, her adopted son Camden wants little to do with the house or the money, and even less to do with the surviving McTavishes. Instead, he rejects his inheritance, settling into a normal life as an English teacher in Colorado and marrying Jules, a woman just as eager to escape her own messy past. 10 years later, his uncle's death pulls Cam and Jules back into the family fold at Ashby House. Its views are just as stunning as ever, its rooms just as elegant, but the legacy of Ruby is inescapable. And as Ashby House tightens its grip on Jules and Camden, questions about the infamous heiress come to light. Was there any truth to the persistent rumors following Ruby's disappearance as a girl? What really happened to those 4 husbands who all died under mysterious circumstances? And why did she adopt Cam in the first place? Soon, Jules and Cam realize that an inheritance can entail far more than what's written in a will, and that the bonds of family stretch far beyond the grave. And about the author, Rachel Hawkins is the New York Times bestselling author of The Wife Upstairs, Reckless Girls, and The Villa, as well as multiple books for young readers. Her work has been translated into more than a dozen languages. She studied gender and sexuality in Victorian literature at Auburn University and currently lives in Alabama. But yes, this has it all. Intrigue, family secrets, lies, deceptions, and truth. A sliver of truth, but it's still very important as truth. And I chuckled when the book opened as Jules and Camden, of course, lived in Golden, Colorado. And I was like, oh, that's only 30 minutes away from us. But I did not want to stop reading this book. I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride filled with family secrets and all sorts of pearl clutching, I was trying to figure out the right words, pearl clutching suspense. But overall, this was a fantastic book, and there were some left turns I didn't see coming, and I just kept going, what? Wait, what? Are you serious? What? Oh, wow. Okay, that was, oh, wow. And at the very end, it was very satisfying and just wrapped up nicely and neatly. Well, actually, I take that back. There were a couple of threads where I thought, okay, it's not really that explained too well. I don't know what's going on, but okay, well, let's just go with it. But overall, this is a lovely package of Gothic intrigue and suspense. And so I'm a big fan of V.C. Andrews, and I've read Flowers in the Attic, I think 4 times. This reminds me of Flowers in the Attic. No powdered donuts, but just as twisted, just as suspenseful, just as dark. Loved it. And like I said, the Heiress by Rachel Hawkins does receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. Excellent read, and I really want to read her other books as well. So many thanks for that book. So let's get to the tea portion. So today's tea is from Stash. Gotta love Stash. And this is the double spice chai. And the ingredients, let's see, it's blended black teas, cinnamon, ginger root, clove bud oil, allspice, natural cinnamon flavor, and cardamom oil. And as they say, if you crave an extra spicy kick to your chai, we made our double spice chai just for you. Add a splash of milk and your choice of sweetener for a truly exquisite, spicy indulgence. So I've actually had a couple of bags of this chai and I love it. I'm a big fan of chai. And I decided today to actually add a little bit of honey and some oat milk. So from me to you, some double spice chai from Stash. Oh, that's good with the oat milk. And the honey is not making the tea just super sweet. Of course, for me, honey enhances the flavor of the tea. It doesn't just make it sweet, but the addition of the honey and the oat milk, a lovely cup of chai. This is quite decadent. This is like a dessert. And I felt that it was appropriate to talk about this chai while, you know, dealing with the Pigment Trail by Debra. But yeah, if you were into chai, you need to try Stash's double spice chai. And for those of you who have enjoyed my chai, Viridian chai, I tend to have that in the fall and winter months. So I don't have it right now, but when probably around September, October, I'll bring that back into stock so you can enjoy it to your heart's content. But in the meantime, double spice chai by Stash. Excellent. You know, though, I'm not getting that extra spicy kick. And maybe it's because I've added oat milk, because when I've had it just by itself, I do get the, ooh, that was nice. I don't really go, ooh, but yeah, you know what I mean. But yes, the milk kind of subdues it a little bit, but it's still flavorful. It just rolls around in my mouth. It doesn't make my mouth dry. I'm not like, oh, this is perfect. Perfect cup of chai with oat milk. So that leads us to our water and tea breathing meditation. You know the drill. We're just going to take a few minutes out of our day, our chaotic lives, to just breathe. Make sure you have a glass of water or a cup of your favorite tea nearby. And let's do this. I'll put my glasses on. There we go. And now let's end this breathing meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes or allow your eyes to come back into focus. And now let's have a sip of your tea or water. That's exquisite. So that's all I have for today. So many thanks to the folks at Stash Tea Company. Debra and Rachel Hawkins for their amazing books, and my friends in Finland and Minnesota who gave me such beautiful, colorful gifts. And for all of y'all for watching these videos, I truly, truly do appreciate it. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Sandra. And I just want to say thank you so much for all of your comments. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'm glad that you've got some book recommendations. So many thanks. I truly appreciate it. Thank you. So that's all I have for today. So take care of yourself and each other. Raise your chai mug high, and remember that to drink tea is to enjoy life. I will see you guys really soon. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.